I love 4, I love Shoddy, and I love pop culture. God bless Tintin. So, mashup tourneys, right? They're pretty obscure, I think. The first mashup tourney was King for a Day by Siva Gunner. You may know that one, but holy shit are there more than that. It's not like how ERB is, with that being an iconic channel that then inspired a whole ton of fan-made stuff. And, like both of them, there's way too many of them. Also, I've only listened to the fan-made stuff. My point here is, just talking about internet music is fun. There's so much to say, like I can talk about Vocaloid stuff, Brian David Gilbert, this. It's a good topic that I'm not only well-versed on as a listener, but most songs are quick and replayable, so I gather up a lot of thoughts and sometimes notice new stuff the more I play it. Favorite movie of all time is a musical. As well as that, it's just cool to memorize them. I know every word of Deadpool vs. Peter Griffin. I've seen what hell looks like. Anyways, mashup tourneys. I've barely known them, but what they are is a music project. People selecting characters, give me anything. Real, fictional, OCs, and then making a list of what music they can use to mash up, which is where the Siva Gunner creation comes from. They commonly use a tournament bracket with voting to decide the winner. There's some of them I've seen come up, like this Bo Burnham one with Nostalgia Critic, Detective Tourney with my Goats Puzzle and Slang, Uncle Grandpa for a Day with fucking Adam Conover. I get HIV and die! Also Diary of a Tourney Kid, which has lore I think. It's related to this. Yeah, this. There is no tournament name.
Sounds like you're paranoid. Your argument is not important.
Why am I talking about this specifically? Has something to do with a certain YouTuber. I'll get to that later. I went into this with the purpose of making a video on it, and it was kind of just to force myself to watch it, but I did, and it took 5 hours to watch it originally, across 3 days, and then I rewatched the ones I was going to talk about for this video before I wrote it. It took another hour and a half, and then another hour and a half throughout writing. So yeah, I've spent 8 hours watching Tintin, and it has destroyed me. I have not been able to stop thinking about it. I ruined my friend's birthday because I kept showing him Tintin tricks, and then I looked at his carpet and fucking lost it. I had a dream the morning before I wrote this about the Smurfs 3 that had Slender Man in it because, as I quote, the kids like it, and I'm pretty sure this fucking caused it. This video, I'm going to talk about the history of Tintin, along with corresponding tracks I want to talk about. Also, keep in mind this is in no way a definitive review or history. For clarification, I'm only going to cover songs posted to the Tintin YouTube channel. There's several songs only on SoundCloud, but I'm not used to that. YouTube is where I know it from, and there's too many songs there. I didn't even watch all the YouTube uploads. I skipped the Creepypasta Garfield one because I'm a bitch, okay? I'm going to be talking about any SoundCloud uploads that were uploaded to YouTube if they are on the Tintin channel. So I sadly won't talk about this one, even though it has a really funny title. I did watch it though, and it's really good. Also, obviously, I'm not talking about every song I watched, just the ones that were notable to me. The beauty of Tintin, and presumably other tourneys, but I wouldn't know, is that there are no bad songs, just ones that aren't for some. But I consider a good track is purely just how much I like and know the songs used. That's my criteria anyways. I implore you to watch all of Tintin if you haven't, and if not all, either check out the ones I don't talk about so you can find which ones fit you, or the ones I'll be talking about to understand this video. I don't want to play too many clips. I really want people to check this out. Playlist in the description. It's also, copyright from the creators of the music that's being mashed up. Not that I don't want to lose money from that, because obviously I'm not making money off this video. I just don't want to get a copyright claim, and I don't like to blow up my videos with clips. The history sections though, I'll be relying on the mashup tourney wiki, so I might miss stuff. Shout out to that, and onto the video. There is no tournament name was created on August 15th, 2021, and it's pretty different from most other mashup tourneys because it's not one. That's why it's called that. It was created as a collaborative mashup project just for fun, and choices like less strict source lists and no voting or tournament structure reflect this. It's technically a spiritual successor to another mashup project by creator Dreaming Fifi, that being Lightning Round, which I am not watching. Come on, 224 videos.
Time for the lightning round.
Even though I haven't watched it, I can definitely still see the influence through the characters here. Pilot Red Sun, Edmund Millen, Creepypasta, ARG stuff, some random Roblox game, Jet Set Radio, and Friday Night Funkin'. Also Cyrano's Perfect Math Class, which isn't a Tintin character, but it is used in a track I'll talk about later. Yeah, I forgot that Grapefruit's in this too. I fucking love Grapefruit. I saw this render as part of a Peggle mod, and funnily enough, this sort of thing continued into Tintin as well. So connected to it that the hosts of that are literally the children of the hosts of Lightning Round, who are Null and Void, which is why it has that subtitle. Before I can get into the first track, however, I have to go back, way back, when it was just Tintin, no Null and Void subtitle. Tintin's first era was the classic era, and I don't know if these eras always had these names, or if they're even official, but it's what the wiki says, so I'll just go off that. Anyways, in this era, Tintin was only run by one person, the creator, Dreaming Fifi. It was just for practice, and it wasn't really that serious, but it is important to mention because it led to the creation of the first character, Fresh, the FNF rep I mentioned, which actually isn't that important because I'm only going to talk about like one of their songs, and it's not even because them. The era started on March 26, 2022 with the song Boyfriend Friday Night Funky just played the new Fortnite season. It's pretty good. And I brought in more people and a new sketch style. There was also the Omega era, which didn't happen but was planned. It was supposed to be far darker and have theming based on the SCP Foundation. And getting into the iterations with the Null and Void subtitle, there's the Omori era, which started September 9, 2022. The first era I'm actually going to be talking about in terms of songs. It's called the Omori era because it has Omori theming and the titular protagonist of that game as a character. As for characters, this version came with 32 of them on the roster, with number 0 being the host and partial namesake, Void, with songs too. First thought when I saw this was this Drew Gooden joke.
Oh, wait, what if we did one where they couldn't see the singers before they voted for them? And the judges would compete too? Sure, I'm not gonna watch it.
Alright, I'm gonna talk about some Omori era songs now. There Is No Tournament Name YouTube channel was created on July 26, 2023, basically 2 years after the project started, and 5 years later, the first video on the channel and the first song I'll be talking about was uploaded, Cataclysmic Contingency. It's 12 minutes long, and this is how it starts.
Hey man! Hey! So, looks like the world's ended.
Also, flashing lights warning for the footage I'll be using. We'll stop when I talk about the next song, don't worry. The track is like themed around some Flipnote ARG character. I have no idea what this is, and I don't really care to be honest. Do you like waffles? I ain't got no iPhone bullshit. I love it anyways. Nightmind made a video on it? What the fuck? First part is them against Imagine Dragons Springtrap, which is based off this tweet by the guy who made this.
We're waiting every night to finally roam.
They play the funny Homelander song in this part, and it goes hard. Springtrap dies, but it's still not over. This other character shows up, and I thought this was like Cthulhu or something. It's actually a characterization of this random Siva Gunner Jet Set radio rip. It was actually spawned as a result of the second King for a Day tourney. So far, in this mashup tourney song, the 3 characters have been the mascot of some Flipnote YouTube ARG channel, a reference to some obscure joke tweet, and this is the most specific thing ever. Fucking incredible, right? It gets better, because that guy dies, and then Shoddy's Like a Melody shows up, portrayed as some woman. I'm sure the comments are very respectful about, oh god damn it. They play Unexpectancy Part 2 in this section, which I couldn't make out, but they do use the appropriate footage, and that made me more confused, like why is Pizza Tower here? And then Shoddy's Like a Melody, with these weird like love hypnosis eyes, melts to death while California Girls plays.
Help! I'm becoming melt!
It hasn't even been that long since I first saw this, but I haven't stopped thinking about it. This is insane, and I don't think there's a reason for it. Then she sees the gem on the Jet Set radio guy and has some sort of dying hallucination, and they use this song by Tom Gardy, who made Red Flags, but from the footage I thought this was damn James A. Janesy. But there's like actual animation in this, and it's really high quality, and even has a few cameos of characters at the time. Then they play Carmel Dancing combined with this Iron Lung song, and then I'm a Fire in My Laser. Like the animation here, it switches styles between the one used on Shoddy, as that's who this is, and the June Archive projects. Also, this crying is too real. Holy shit, I feel bad for her. The final part happens, and I don't really remember this because it doesn't have anything funny I can talk about, but Ultra Kill Guy and someone else I couldn't find an origin for show up and try to kill this cat. I don't know what else is happening, man. Anyways, it ends with Shoddy taking control of the DS that the cat came from, I guess, and while on the verge of death, resets the events of the video. And it's cool as fuck! Also, before it resets, it says that some events or statuses may still linger and stay the same. Obviously, I'm no Tintin lore master, so does this matter? I'm genuinely asking. For some reason, there's a post-credit scene, and they actually got the creator of the June Archive to voice in it, so either they saw Tintin before this and did it as a favor, or them and the creator of Tintin are friends, and that's why they're in this. Probably the first one, honestly. Post-credit scene is Void show up to confront Buzz. Yes, that's the name, and I think they were canonically banned because they killed 3 people. They don't have any songs after this one. I'm pretty sure that's actually the reason. Second and last song from the Omori era I'm going to talk about is Match Results Carter Miraquai vs. Apilla Bird. Let's check it out. Oh, this is a parody of the results tracks made for real tourneys, and I call it a parody because there was no voting for there to be results. This is just that one Family Guy joke against Apilla Bird from Garden of Banban. I don't know why she's dead. Also, Pepperman wins, and it's awesome. They play the Salty Decade and outro theme, and then Sin City wasn't made for you. Also, damn, Pepperman has mad game. I don't really know why they chose specifically him for a Pizza Tower character, and it kind of reminds me about the YouTube channel Horror Skunks made Pepperman's sad origin story and no other videos for Pizza Tower. Like, why him? He is not the first character I think of when I think of Pizza Tower, especially when it comes to bosses. I accidentally pre-ranked this guy while going for the John Close twice. I don't know why I mentioned all that. It is not related to the song. Also, Pepperman has other tracks, but they're only on SoundCloud, and I'm sad I'll never listen to them. That's all the Omori era songs I wanted to talk about, by the way. It ended after allegations against Omori's creator, which, fair. Because of this, though, the project's theming changed to another indie RPG maker game I barely know, Yume Nikki, which, like the previous era, had the protagonist take up the last character slot, which there would have been 40 of. It started on June 26, 2024, which was basically a year after the YouTube channel was created, and the first song I want to talk about for this this era is Better Billin'. This is a Bill Wirtz track, and I like Bill Wirtz. I used to listen to a lot of his songs like 5 years ago, but I'm not really talking about this track as any of his songs being used in it. I'm talking about it because they put in Circus by Danny Gonzalez and Your vs. Your by Jax Films along with Bill Wirtz. I soy-faced. Rock to the Limit. I wasn't expecting to like this one because I don't know Transformers or Hi-Fi Rush, but then they hit me with that 80s dad rock. Hell yeah! And To Spin For You. This is some Neil Sister song. Really shows you the taste of the people working on this. I look for the design of this character, wall spin, the long scarf looks nice, and I always like when characters have swirly eyes, like the PBZ Hypno Shroom and that one Hatsune Miku song about her being a gooner. It has a lot of character. Anyways, this song is really good, and it has You Spin Me Right Round as a backing track. Is it bad that I only know this song from YouTube Poops? It makes it really upbeat. I like it. This one has a lot of 80s pop songs, and okay, this is really funny. There's water dripping randomly mixed in. For the most part, it's really subtle, but then it just takes over for 10 seconds. I don't know why it's there. I think either as a way to avoid copyright, or the person who made the track also thought it was funny, and yeah, I don't disagree.
This has always been a friend of mine. I'm leaving my life in your hands.
I actually think every song should have the faint reminder that you need to turn the sync off. Maybe then Vultures 2 would actually be listenable. I play Wonderwall at the end because the Neil Circus song is a mashup of Wonderwall and Spin Me Right Round, which is why that was included earlier. I actually didn't expect it to be in this, or it's in the background, but I thought it was just a joke. Noelle's Taken. Yes, this character is the Buff Dog and Doge meme. This one's good because it's just pure meme assault. It's really funny. Instantly, its music make you lose control and right foot creep, then Phineas and Ferb by Unimiles and ball in immediately after. It's hilarious. Play this song from the Lego Ninjago movie trailer. Completely unrelated tangent. I remember my dad showing me this in a white spot. Also, I vividly recall seeing this in theaters, and even as a kid, I didn't like it. This is in the video, and they immediately follow it up with Suit and Tie. Bravo, Vince! You Think You Are? This character is based off Pilot Red Sun, the guy who made Grinch's Ultimatum, which I only know from the fucking Pizza Tower Grinch demo. This one is very eerie, and that's kind of the point because he himself is a surreal creator who's done stuff with Adult Swim, so that's why there's Jack Stauber and that Adult Swim bumper song that was a TikTok trend, I think. I don't know, I don't have TikTok. This part shook me off my rocker though. Green Eggs and Ham Netflix song. Holy shit. This is actually a topic I might make a video on someday, because I remember watching it as a kid. Then season 2 came out 2 years later, and not only did no one talk about it, but I didn't even finish it. They slowed this song down so it's a little spookier. I didn't know one of the Weezer guys sung this. What? Tears for Fears is nice. So Dance Baby from Phineas and Ferb. I don't remember this episode because I watched 4 segments a day across 2 months. I'm glad whoever made this included out of all of the songs from Phineas and Ferb, specifically the one that stops the episode for a full minute so Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Perry can exercise. Is this what Yowie is? That's all the Yume and Nikki songs I wanted to talk about? I'm not even a third done. There's some more stuff I have to mention before getting into the next era though, like how they made YouTuber Only Small Bites into a character. I'm not going to talk about this because it's not really my thing and I didn't even know who this was, but my friend whose birthday I ruined does know who this is and he likes it. Probably because he listens to actual rap, which is what this guy covers. Also, I'm bringing it up just to say this would not be the last time Tintin would make a YouTuber with a couple 100,000 subscribers into a character. There was also a brief rebrand from Null and Void to Cause and Effect, where Dreaming Fifi temporarily left the project and was replaced by Sword and Planet. Then they came back and not only did this stop the rebrand, but also the Yume Nikki era as a whole. This brings me to the Pass era, the final and most well-known version of Tintin, and also the longest part of this video. So, this era started March 1st, 2025, and brought along with it an uncapped roster, giving each crew member of Tintin their own selection of characters through a pass. To signify the change, the host was switched from Void to Void and her sister Null. Oh shit, like the title? Null was originally just an April Fool's joke, but I guess the crew liked them so much they transcended canon just to put them in. 2 of them are called 00, and this is a genius name, man. First of all, the characters are numbered by 2 digits, 01 to 30, making Null and Void character number 00. But second of all, Null, Void, 00, it's perfect. Also, Null going from a non-canon joke character to an actual one really reminds me of like Uter from The Simpsons or Kasane Teta or fucking Sar. I think I'm the first person to ever reference those 3 things in one sentence. I've reached a new level of insane. Speaking of which, so, Chazington is a character in this, and he's the reason I even know Tintin. If he wasn't in this, I probably wouldn't be making this video, even if I did know about Tintin's existence. Before I watched all the songs, I only knew it as that mashup tourney with Chazington as a character, and even then I didn't know mashup tourneys. He's an inspiration to me. I did this because of him, damn it. This video structure is even inspired by his rap battle and fan song videos. If it wasn't for him, my channel wouldn't exist. I remember when he promoted this on his YouTube community tab, and I watched it. This is euphoric if you know every reference. Music is art, man. until I binged every Tintin song. This was the only one I had listened to before. So much, in fact, that I have it memorized. I was bumping this shit while trying to do the Pizza Face hitless achievement in Pizza Tower, and this song made it actually bearable, even though it took 3 days. Thanks, by the way. I'm not even going to talk about this song because it's so familiar to me compared to all the others, but remember that Peppermint song I talked about earlier? Yeah, this had foreshadowing. This track is really good, and I've realized I use this as a lot to describe why I like certain things, but it feels like a celebration of everything Chasington has done. I'm pretty sure every sample used has been at least mentioned by him, or as a reference. I don't know how else I can talk about this without just mentioning every reference like some new Rockstars bullshit, so just go watch it. Forgot to mention that this song is called A Weird Musical Rabbit Hole. That's not important, but I forgot to mention it. Overtime Superstar Club Queen mix. So, you guys remember that girl that melted? They gave her a redesign.
He's black?
The statement still stands. It's a joke, by the way. I'm not actually attracted to this character. I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. It's someone's OC after all. It's only a joke. I like Shoddy. The music style she has is nice. I don't know what to say. I Am Dog, by the way. This one's only in this because I got confused with the other Drip Too Hard song, and I don't want to change it now. The track is comprised entirely of Playboi Carti songs, like Fiend. There's good credit also. My friend who listens to real music said the start sounds like Jeffy.
Good candy.
Fuck, he's right.
Now it's time to order a long card.
Plaisier, the fuck are you looking at? This one has Shoddy, who I just talked about, and Pop Culture, who I have. They're based off another song mashup by Madion. I don't know who this is, but that's why they're called Pop Culture. Also, oh my god, their head is the thing in the video. This character was created for that Scrapped Omega era I talked about earlier. I'm mentioning it now because I didn't before. A genius writing error, I know. I like the intro. The two of them seem like good friends.
And then just hurt me till I can get my satisfaction.
Oh shit, Stephen Hawking from You Know Jack 2011 and nothing else? I don't like the way she's looking at me. But, you know, I guess it fits the title. Speaking of the art, I like this cool ass face. The first thing I said after I watched this was good, and I think I understated it because it's actually really good. It's got a lot of good pulls in here, like moves like Jagger, One More Time, and TikTok, which I only like because of Weird Al. I feel like I'm running out of things to say here. Blazier Chill Out mix. I thought this would be in some way related to the other song I just talked about with a similar title, but no, why call it that then? This art is nice. It looks like a video game skin of a character dressed as another one. I miss when games did that instead of just going, fuck it, here's Shaq. Barbie song is in this one, guys. Also Poison, which I only know because of this. Transitions really well into Monster by Lady Gaga, and that caught me off guard. Kill or Be Killed. Oh shit, Flowey versus Monica rap battle reference?
Hell, it's kill or be killed, not kill yourself.
Also, flashing lights warning for the footage used in this section too. It'll be gone by the next song though, don't worry. This one's based off some Roblox game I didn't know existed. My friend did though, because he's cultured. Maybe I'll play it someday and it will be one of the 2 Roblox games actually worth playing. On second thought, maybe not. But how could I resist when this track starts with I don't want to go to school, I just want to break the rules by Charlie XCX? What the hell? The background section of this song on Wikipedia is a single sentence long, and it's the funniest sentence they could have chose. Yes, I only know this song because of that one NMAX TikTok. I don't care. It's funny and I like it. Paralyzer is also in this, but it's not in the source list for some reason, so I don't know what's up with that. There's also We Didn't Start the Fire and Sweet Dreams too. They flash smiledog.png on the screen at one point, and it's pretty funny. Overall, the fast-paced and hard rock style make this sound really cool. I like it a lot.
But what is the prize?
I know I have a whole channel for talking about PFDI stuff, and I should keep it separate because that really turns people off for some reason. Here's what I have to say to that.
Fuck you, bitches! I'm smoking your money!
This one's really good, and of course I'm biased. Every song used in this was either made by the creators or was used in the series, and it's really impressive. It's also worth noting that some of the ones used are YTPMVs, so it's technically a mashup of a mashup. Also, damn, that transition to Tent is cool. Plus Perimeter. This character is just 3 songs from Terraria, Enter the Gungeon, and Slay the Spire. I'm including this one because it has I'm Han Solo from Star Wars Connect for almost no reason. We're able to do this because due to Tintin being not a tournament, the track creators are allowed to use songs that don't fit source lists and play a little looser with it. Don't get me wrong, it's great. You'll see that later. Just wait until the second to last song of this video. Also, they immediately follow up with 100 Gex, and I instantly knew that's what it was. I don't even know anything about them, but their music is very recognizable. Nice JJ Fish hits a sick ass kickflip. This is the Jet Set Radio guy from how long ago? Oh my god. Anyways, this one's really fast and has Walk the Dinosaur, Crazy Frog, and JT Music. I didn't even know which JT Music song it was when I first heard it. I just knew it was him. What can I say? I fucking love that Hello Neighbor rap. This one's good though. I just like fast songs, okay? okay. At Long Long Life I Live. This is another Bill Wurtz track. I like it. It's got a couple of his songs, Together Forever and Need You Now by Lady Antebellum. Never heard the original song, so when it played I audibly said TF2 Polka, because that's what I know it from. Also, the creator of this track's mixed in the Bill Nye intro chant. I really can't hate it. One Will Die. This was posted on April Fool's, and it's a similar case to the first song I talked about in this video, because they're both over 10 minutes and have multiple parts, along with some semblance of story. So expect me to talk about this one for a while. This one's a collection of tracks for Papa Smurf, and this is his design. First sample they use in this is I'm Sexy and I Know It, and that combined with this design creates a stronger sense of confusion than I've ever felt in my entire life. Also, the Whopper song, weird side note, but does this make anyone else feel nostalgic? Because it does for me, and I have no fucking idea why. The next section starts with Dame Dane, and it catches me so off guard that I have to laugh. It also has a song from Smurfs Nightmare on Game Boy Color, but I thought it was from like Deltarune or something. Live We Love We Like jump scared me, and it's directly followed up by I'm in the House Like Carpet. This song is spectacular shitpost nonsense. I love it. But it gets better, because the entire time the visuals have gotten grayer and grayer, only to reveal that this whole song is playing at Papa Smurf's fucking Viking funeral, as Scribed Morier characters like how Papa Smurf was watch on, and he's canonically dead after this. Sure, the title and thumbnail allude to it, but I didn't expect this. I don't know how to move on from that, so I'm just gonna go to the next song. Shattered and Fallen. I guess this also has a story, but I don't know what it is. Just off a guess, I think the story is that the three slimes from earlier saw a mystical mirror and broke it, which caused reality to go all crazy. This is probably related to something from one of the three's original games, but I wouldn't know. I've been confused enough. Okay, give me a break. I like these spectrogram eyes. That's pretty cool. As for the track, it starts with Who Am I from that one SpongeBob episode. This was 8 years ago. It's in this because mirrors transitions really well into the track because it's just a good song. And then after that is the Salty Decadent outro theme again. Hell yeah! This one ends on Danny Gonzalez's Slime, which is his best song. It's not even close. Maybe one day I'll do a video on comedy music like his stuff and Brian David Gilbert's. The song's pretty good though. And on May 29, 2025, it was announced that Tintin's creator, do I need to keep restating this, Fifi left the project, and that Sword and Planet had replaced them as head of Tintin, in a situation very similar to the previously mentioned Cause and Effect rebrand. Of course, it wasn't just them, there was also Exquisite, who made both Bill Wurtz tracks I talked about, as well as Wish. With this came the changes of Null and Void being replaced as host by Pop Culture. Name still stayed the same though, which sucks because Tintin Pop Culture would have been a cool ass name. There was also some roster reorganizations, but that's happened so much that it's not even worth mentioning. First song after this announced was Creativity is Human with Pop Culture. I like this one a lot, and I think it really well echoes the character's inspiration. There are so many moments where samples start and stop so quickly, it's very frantic and true to the original. The song also has the triple threat of Megalovania, Reese's Puffs rap, and TF2 Don't Need Autotune, and it's fucking awesome, thanks for asking. Read Still the Precious Diary. Remember how I said less strict source lists make one song really great? Well, it's this one, which also means it's the second to last song I'll cover. More on that later. So, this is another BFDI 4 song. Yay! No, wait! This title is a reference to one of the songs used in it, and I don't know, this intro slaps. The key shifted message to Loser with the bassy womps is really good. Also, this is the Cyrano's Perfect Math class use I mentioned a while ago. This has Everything You Know Is Wrong and Dream Island at 1.2 takes over, and that's cool. They use this BFDIA fan song that I didn't know existed, which is great by the way. I'm so glad they did because now I do know. And then the best part of the song happens. Yeah, for whatever reason, the person who made this track decided to include Goddamn Stars in the Sky from Sonic 2 by Kid Cudi, and it's amazing because it's out of nowhere and doesn't make any sense to be there. I'm not even saying this was a bad song to put in or that the original one sucks, it's just funny to me. Kid Cudi's funny. I love that he's in the Knuckles show purely because he likes Sonic and he has the best scene in it. Also, he dies. And if you're wondering why they used it, I guess it's space related, but come on. This track also ends with Money Machine by 100 Gex, and I instantly knew why. For those not in the know, in Teapot 10, while having a conversation with Book about themselves, Praise Tag mentions money machines as one of their interests. I thought that was a cool use of adapting a character's source material into a mashup. That's what I'd do at least. Well, at long last, I finally made it. Presenting the last song I'm going to talk about for this video, and the final ever track of There Is No Tournament name. More on that later. First is Tintin PibbyCorrupted.exe Full Week. This song is a duo track between Fresh D-Sides and Chazington, and I can't think of a better duo to end Tintin off with. After all, it's got the first character and the most well-known character on one song. I feel like this track was made for me, honestly. If every Tintin track was personalized, this one would be mine. I say this because it has Deadpool vs. Peter Griffin, Puss in Boots vs. the Cat in the Hat, and then Dr. Doofenshmirtz vs. Dr. Doom back to back. I just love rap battles, it's perfect for me. They did get out 4 lines of Doof vs. Doom, and while it still flows well, as someone who knows that shit by heart, it's really disorienting to me. Also, in both the Deadpool vs. Peter and Doof vs. Doom sections used, they include instances of Vanessa and Leftia being used in the same line.
Vanessa left ya, now you're in her head. Ring of dominoes, you pizza lucky fox. Only an origins, you ain't know their band.
And I've first I thought that's a weird coincidence. Then I realized that Chazington made a whole video about Fanny from FNAF. Vanessa. Was this intentional? I genuinely can't tell. Apparently this was released an hour after Chazington's rap battle video where he talks about Deadpool vs. Peter and Puss vs. Cat. I also can't tell if this was either made in an hour or the person who made this accidentally predicted that he would talk about both those. You heard me earlier. This is the final Tintin track. Yeah, so on the 4-year anniversary of There's No Tournament Names creation, it was cancelled. I'm not gonna act like I was distraught by this. The creators can do whatever they want. They made the thing, but it's shocking that this info wasn't ever posted on the YouTube channel considering that was their main audience. Even I didn't know about it until a month after it happened. I'm not surprised it was cancelled because as a tournament without a bracket, there was never going to be an end goal. I mean, it was only made for fun and to practice making songs. It was never going to last anyway. The signs were already starting to show. Having the creator leave for a second time was pretty telling of its fate, but I am still sad it ended. I truly wish all your Tintin crew members good luck with their future endeavors from the bottom of my heart. But you know what they say, all good things must come to an end. And what was Tintin if not a good thing? Watching all of it for this video, it genuinely inspired me to be creative, and that's what internet communities should do. I think that's why they're so important to me. It's amazing that one thing can inspire a whole variety of projects by fans and how that evolves from derivative to a completely different thing, whether it be object shows, rap battles, and yes, mashup tourneys. It's just great to see and really impressive, especially when it comes to music. I don't know how people make songs. I can't even imagine it. But thank you, Tintin. Fly high.